right.
Blessings.
Blessings, everyone. Hey, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Right, we are back. Welcome to the morning breakfast, bro.
Welcome back to home, sir.
All right, I'm glad to be back in Trinidad. All right, I'm glad to be back on the platform. I know we was out for probably about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks we were out. Now, let's see what we have on here. All right. Hey, Erica, Monique, wonderful. All right, Marilyn, Ingrid, all right, Crystal, all right. Just let us know where you're coming in from. Right, naturally. I see one of the ladies, Jandel, good to have you on. Wonderful. All right, Batiste. I want you just tag someone. I think we're supposed to be on Facebook too, right? I'll try that. I'll try that Facebook thing again. Yeah. Do it, say it, go on it like a private or something.
But you got to take up and
Okay, yeah. No, we here.
I don't think it.
No, it's on the Facebook thing. All right, folks. Just I want you to tag someone. We also on. I think it's streaming on Facebook also. All right. You move that background. There's something in the background is sticking. Yeah, no the background. All right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, folks. So let's. All right. Hey, Charles. Right. Suriname is in the house. All right. Let's get up Suriname there. Right. Good to have you on.
How's the experience?
Hey, Suriname was really good. Listen to me. All right, Suriname was really, really good. I can share this here. Okay, let me share. Yeah. All right, we'll see if we can fix it later. All right, folks. Yeah, so Suriname was really, really good, and I think I want to share some experience from Suriname.
Sure.
Because what I did, I did some, well, you know, the biblical stuff, all right? All right. So, but I also did I did some workshops on business, and I had some. I went by I met a good friend of mine's there, Prophet Lanville.
Okay.
Yeah, and he did a business workshop with his ministry this Saturday. That was really, really mind blowing. This Saturday we had probably about 55 folks there.
Okay.
Yeah, and just share. I was sharing on that probably we chat that a little bit. I was talking about the value. I was talking about value.
Yeah.
Right, because I want to piggyback on that this morning.
Okay.
On value, because I think it's important that we raise our value.
Of course.
And because of the church also, I was dealing with value and virtue.
Okay.
Value and virtue. We will discuss that this morning, folks. So just share your comments. Let us know where you're coming from. Welcome back. All right, glad to be back. The thing with value and virtue is in Christendom is virtue, in church is virtue, in the marketplace is value.
Right. Okay.
It's a big difference. All right. So you'll find now a lot of believers when they're out in the marketplace, they are not being promoted, they're not being elevated. Because it's not based on value. Sorry, not based on virtue, it's based on value.
Yeah.
So then you have to develop your gift set. You have to move from. We'll talk about it this morning.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really powerful. So I did that with him this Saturday, and then I did a workshop with some other folks, Gabby, in a place called the Youth Centrum. All right, we had a workshop there. It was really, really good, and the session was a real private session. And the reason why I want to talk about that too, I think the need for operating in your element, in your purpose is really, really important, folks. Finding your purpose, flowing in it, walking in it. It brings a measure of fulfillment and satisfaction and joy. And it's something I felt really, really deep in when I was in Suriname, when I started to teach.
Okay.
You know, and I started to see myself basically as I was teaching, because I felt so fulfilled.
Doing it.
And then the people were being blessed, being elevated, and they were just receiving. Yeah. And I think that was good. When you see lives being changed, and the teaching is being taken into account. That was amazing. I think that was it. Yeah, for me, it was really, I say, wow. But as I talk to myself, I say, yeah, no, serious. No, I said to myself, I say, yeah, you really love this.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you, folks, I love what I do. I love to teach. I love to educate people.
Yeah.
I love to see people grow and develop. And it's not based on even money. I mean, money or not, I will do it. All right, to take people from zero, and as I said, from zero to hero.
Yeah.
From zero to hero. All right, to see, and I think in Suriname, like in most countries, Caribbean countries, where the value, that dollar value drop basically, and the need for entrepreneurs, the need for personal development, the need also for identifying opportunities that are there.
Yeah.
Because when you're in that environment, it's difficult for you to see and seize opportunities. So you're not even talking about seize because you have to see it before you seize it.
Yeah.
So it's difficult for you even to see the opportunity because everybody are looking at things from a place of scarcity. All right, I don't have enough, and so that was just some stuff on it. Plus the spiritual side was really boss.
I see we get a couple churches.
Yeah. I was really pissed. But it was in the night session. All the was night session. The shop was workshop. So I'm going to be back there. I'm going to be back in Suriname from the 11th to the 27th of next month.
Yeah.
All right. And it's going to be,
now.
Yeah. It's going to be better than before. As I said, better than before and more than enough. All right. So we're going back into Suriname. And this time, Keeshon going to start because we're going to do some real business stuff and put some stuff in Suriname. All right. So, folks, let me see what the folks are saying here. That's, I think I see that. Yeah, I saw that on a high street sometime. It was
Cheers.
Yeah. So what have you been doing here? Let me hear what's going on.
Things is as hectic as over there too. The team has been really working collectively with the project that we pushing right now, and I mean, morning, noon, and night, 5 and 6 nights a week.
Wow.
So production on this end as well.
All right. So, folks, let's talk about value and virtue. Value and value versus virtue, and raising your and you see everything coming back to what we was talking about. I think when we had stuff last time on personal growth. Okay, learn to earn. You're talking about learn to earn. All right, the importance of learning, and that learning aspect come about of raising your value. Okay, so folks, we want to have this discussion this morning. All right, who is this guy? I think this guy.
Kwasi.
Hey,
He's one of our team members.
Kwasi, shout. All right. No. Let me make some quotes now. So aside where I said, if you want 1 year of prosperity, grow seeds. Right? If you want 1 year of prosperity, grow seeds. If you want 10 years prosperity, grow trees. And if you want a lifetime of wealth, grow self-worth. It's a Chinese proverb. All right, it's a Chinese proverb on growth, growing yourself. And I think it's really, really so important. And my folks, some of them who are here on, could really tell you, I think this is really on my heart now, dealing with your mindset, dealing with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in your brain, so that you can get that idea and think your way out of stuff. All right, because as we said, God is not going to give you anything like that. He give you an idea, give you an insight, a concept, and you know how to work it. All right, so this proverb is talk about if you want a lifetime of wealth, grow your self-worth. And I want those of you who are on this morning to really do that kind of self-examination about your self-worth. And when you begin to really see that, what is going to happen? You're going to begin to do what it takes to grow yourself. All right, somebody may say, well, I don't have the money. No, hey, it's not the money. I mean, go in the library. All right, libraries are free. And start reading books. It take at least
YouTube.
It have stuff. I'm telling you that. All right. But again, if people thinking from a place of scarcity, the minute you present something, they're going to talk about how much money they have, because that's how a lot of people was governed to think like that. So that's why that's your first expression or your first impression is based on that. Talking about money, but it's had nothing to do with that. All right. And then if you want to earn $1 million, eliminate what's that? Mediocrity. from your thinking and from your life.
For sure.
eliminate that. All right, give me some feedback on this, Keeshon.
I yet to learn about. I mean, I've listened to some seminars about value, but I've never heard it presented. Contrast of virtue. In the context and in the manner in which you highlighted. So I will to learn. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Now, folks were asking. Let me just clarify this here. Folks were asking. So why Keeshon didn't run this? I say. So I tell him, I say, Keeshon does his stuff, and the program. I say, so you try not to bring his stuff here because because somebody say when they see Keeshon, when you do your live, I think it's a different person. It's a totally different person. All right. So folks, let's get some feedback from you on value and virtue. What do you think? Yeah, let's share what you think about value, raising your value, because the what we're really talking about in the workplace or in the marketplace is value.
Yeah.
In the church is virtue. Okay. Give me some feedback. What do you think about that? All right, value. Is it needed? What are some of your experience out there in the marketplace or in the workplace when it comes to promotion, when it comes to being elevated or promoted? Okay, value, raising your value. So I want you to just share with us this morning. I see that servant Gardner is on. All right. Hey, Bunny's on. Wonderful. All right, Batiste. All right, the folks are jumping on. All right. Did you all miss the morning breakfast brew? All right. Did you all miss the morning breakfast brew? All right. Now, so let's get into the discussion, Keeshon. All right. So we talk. So the concept is one of the statements I made, and I built it from that. Now is moving your gift to skills, to perfection, to mastery. Yeah. All right. And I will explain it as we go further down. Right. So everybody have a gift. Okay. You're gifted in whatever. And you find this a lot with Christians who are gifted, okay, but not developing themselves, the gift. So this is why we coined it now that in church is virtue. Virtue is righteousness and goodness and stuff like that. So you might get to sing in the choir because, right, virtue. You get promoted in church because of virtue. So you have a gift, but they will promote you because of that. But when you go in the marketplace now, is a different concept. So although your gift will make room for you in the marketplace, is your value of your gift will elevate you and promote you in the marketplace.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll find now that some most individuals, when they go in the marketplace, and we're talking about business, we're talking about marketplace, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You find other folks, all right, who are around you are promoted. And you question why it is I'm not being promoted. Different standards. Because when you walk into the room, the question was that when you walk into the room, what walk into the room? Mm-hmm. What you brought in the room when you walk into the room. And those are questions, folks, you have to really, really ask yourself that question. Okay? So you come into a board meeting, you come just into a room where people are having discussion. Literally, you walk into your office. When you walk into the room, what walk into the room? What changed? In other words, what value are you bringing to the table? Because when it's time for promotion or for elevation in the marketplace, is not based on how good you are as a person in terms of virtue. It will get by to a certain level. Yeah. But when we're looking to promote and elevate, we're looking for production. Correct. We're looking for adding value to the business for this area. Yeah. Okay, when we check the quarter at the end. Did you bring any value to that kind of finance and thing? Sure. Yeah. Right, and that is what is important. So because of that now, so you're gifted. Okay, so the thing was, so you had to take your gift to skill. So you have a gift, but you want to move your gift now to skill. So you have to be skillful in what you are gifted with. Yeah. Because you could be gifted, and somebody who are skillful in their gift get promoted over you or get advanced, have more value, right? Yeah. No. just share what you think about that, the gift and the skills.
Definitely. I mean, when I studied value from Miles, he said value is nothing more than a measure of your usefulness for a specific task or objective. So definitely, if you go into the market at large and there are many more options additional to you, the question is, how useful are you for the specific task or objective? And as you rightfully say, there could be a lot of persons out there who their skill set could highlight that they are much more useful than you, especially if you're coming from a space whereby you were promoted by a virtue and not your value.
Yeah. No. For me, because you know what I do and where I come from, I look at those things.
Okay.
Because remember, if in Christian around church, you have a lot of people who and you see the big demarcation in terms of prosperity and progress and wealth.
Okay.
All right. You see a big demarcation. And you ask questions. So when you see these concepts, you are drawn to it because it clarifies so much things. Okay, so you have your gift now, then you have to be skillful in your gift, which means it's going to take some time now to work on your skill set.
Correct.
Because the difference between gift and skills is, I know with skills mean that you're strategic, you're unique, you can do the same thing, but I'm more skillful than you. Yes. You see, two individuals could put up blocks. They have the gift to put up blocks. All right. But how you're putting up your blocks is different from mine. It's the skills. that
look different too.
Yeah, it will look different. It will look different. So what you want to do, you want to move from you want to be skillful in your gift. Okay. Don't just settle because I'm gifted. Remember, the Bible says your gift will make room for you. So your gift gets you there. But it's not going to keep you there. That's the whole thing. You know, they used to say your gift will make room for you, but your character is going to keep you.
Yeah.
And that I think for me, okay, I think it's half. It's half the equation.
Okay.
Yes, it's good because, for instance, I want you to think about it for yourself. All right. Suppose I'm coming to work at your company, right? And because of my gift, I come in, right? Your multi-million company, right? That's your job company. All right. And I started work for you. I started work for you. All right. But I'm gifted. And then my character is good and all that stuff is good. But then you begin now to watch to see if I add value to the production.
Of course.
In terms of money coming in and all that stuff. We want to problem solving and thing. All right. And but my character is good, my integrity is good. This is what I'm saying, it's half. Okay? Because when it comes to promotion, you will have to think now, will you promote me or will you promote the person? All right, who have more value?
I actually had a situation like that, to be honest. Real talk. I extended a courtesy in my company for a brother, actually from church, and again, virtuous guy. When speaking to my other colleagues in the business world, I definitely gave him a great word because of the individual that I know him to be.
Right. Okay.
But bringing him into the business itself, which is, as you say, is the marketplace.
Yeah.
I mean, in short soon time.
Wow.
You could see I could now understand the difference between value and virtue, because I would have seen it from a different lens at the time.
Right. Okay.
It is helping me understand even further the distinction between it. So I had a personal experience like that.
Wow. So you see, you really could you understand what I'm talking about?
Virtuous individual, but he wasn't bringing value.
Ooh.
Especially when we look at the generalized standards of the market and being in production, because what we want is production taking place. And so I had a real life situation like that, and unfortunately, we had to cut the business short because of the fact that the value that we were paying for, we won't get it.
Oh, wow.
But virtuous guy.
Yeah. You see, and the marketplace, they're paying for the value.
They're
paying for the value. So, folks, I really want you all to get this in this discussion this morning. Because it's really, are you sure?
It's real.
It's real.
When I experienced that, Yeah, I thought about it. For some time, actually, you know, because I am the person that had to make the decision. I'm the person that's speaking to him directly. I'm the person that, you know. And yeah, what we're discussing here today is the exact scenario. Virtue versus value. Good individual. Good member of society. Praying brother, day to day. But again, value.
And I think that is one of the reasons why, Keeshon, a lot of believers from a Christian perspective don't have dominion in the marketplace. And you have to understand that is it, because God, I mean, we have to dominate the marketplace. The marketplace. All right. You remember that I shared that stuff I was reading a book. It talks about when they're selling stuff in the marketplace. It was literally a marketplace where it was a building, right? And on top, high on the floors on top, to the bottom, they were selling market stuff, right? Trading little stuff and selling people hustling. But on top the building, in the office of the trading trillions. Trillions. And people to the bottom just battling for little stuff and things. And sometimes that's how it is in life. That's how it is in life. And you see it also. And it's not for me. People think that I'm hard on the church people. But it's not I'm hard on them. But these are realities that we need to come to terms with. Because one of the mandate in the Bible is for us to have dominion, to dominate. Okay? To be fruitful, multiply, replenish, subdue, and have dominion. Okay, but you cannot have dominion alone if you just gifted and you don't move, you don't become skillful in your gift. Okay, so it's a challenge. I want you all. Before we go to the next point, let me hear what the success say. What are we bringing to the table? How did you improve what already existed? All right. How you improve what already existed? What answer that question? Somebody asked how you improve what already existed.
I mean, that is the essence of our entire journey. You know, our progress again. United Gill. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. What that means is that whatever success is, the goalpost is always moving. So we need to understand upfront that success is a moving ideal. It's a progressive realization of the ideal. So what that means is whatever the goalpost is today is going to be different tomorrow, the next day, and so forth and so forth. So it never stops.
So you have to be learning.
You have to be learning.
Learn to
progressive realization.
Progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That's the definition. All right. So you got to be learning. You got to be taking courses. You got to be reading books. You got to put yourself in that environment, and you have to have a mentor. I want to have a friend on it. I meet one friend I'm not going to call her name. In Suriname. Right. She said. She was watching the morning breakfast brew. She said, every time Dr. Cummings, you need a mentor, So she was in the business class, not from a bad place. But then she realized, when we had the discussion in the class, she realized, yes, you need a mentor. You can't go far. But it was a challenge that, yes, you got to get a mentor. Let me hear what Batista said. Let me see. How you treat the client, all right? What is this? Mannerisms. How you develop the task that is given to you. Okay, wonderful. That's good. John say, what is he say there? All right, prosperity comes out of your skillfulness, mastering your gift. That's it. All right, problem solving using your mind, skill set, and gift. All right. Hey, Dion, what's up? Soon I was in the house. Your gift brings you in the room, and your values keep you there. That's your girl. Wonderful. All right, folks. I get it, man. That's it. All right, very valuable session. Wonderful. Who is this, Marilyn? All right, you're valuable when you can. All right, comply before you complain. All right. So, folks, you want to get it. Let's go to the next step. So you're gifted now. So you want to be skillful. All right, so you want to move from gift to skill, and then the next one here, then you have to perfect your skill now. So gift, skills, perfection. So you want to perfect your skills. So you're not settling for just being skillful. Notice the elevation. Notice the progression. All right, you came in with your gift. it got you there. All right? But now you don't want to stay there. You're going to be skillful in that gift. You're going to be a problem solver. You're going to, when they're looking for somebody, they're only looking for you. You're the person they're looking for. All right? So you become skillful in your gift. And now you're not going to settle there. Because remember, I say it's a progressive realization. The goalpost every day it's moving. Every day it's moving. Okay, so you don't want to stick, you don't want to stop. So you're taking your skills now and you're going to master your skills. What do you think about that?
Definitely.
All right. So sorry, you perfect your skills. All right, from skills, you perfect your skill. And then you move now from perfection to mastery. Mastery. All right. So you want to become a master in what it is you do. And some because I was talking, it was a Christian business meeting. All right. And so it was challenging for them. But then I was able to show them biblically also there were individuals who were literally like masters. When you look at guys like Daniel.
Yeah, for sure.
Daniel, all right, and if you know, Daniel reigned with 3 kings on him. Yeah. It was Nebuchadnezzar, was the Persian, and 3 of them they reigned, and every one of those kings kept Daniel.
Yeah.
You know, you're in politics here when they come in, they got everybody, they bring in a new people. But you see, they move the old folks. If election coming up, if UNC win, bam, everybody going. They're changing the whole system. But Daniel was so skillful, gifted. He was a master in what he did, and his track record was proven. Because if I'm coming on the scene as a king and I look back and I realize that, hey, this was the man who had this organization at this level.
Can't be denied.
No, I might send home the others, but I'm keeping you. All right, and that is what you want to bring yourself up to. That you become a master. Daniel was a master, and I was also able to tell them about and look at what, because it's not just Daniel, but his friends too move with him.
Who was with him? Yeah,
it's true. Yeah, because now if you want me, you understand? All right, if I want you. After being, I'm paying after being Christian because it's a package. Because those are the guys that have you. If you understand, I'm saying
a package.
And you could talk to, you keep them. You understand? And that's what it is. Even Joseph.
Yeah.
Those guys were masters.
Yeah, correct.
Joseph solved a problem nobody couldn't solve.
Yeah.
And Pharaoh knew that. Let me just plug this in here. Even when Joseph died, Pharaoh didn't want his bones to leave Egypt. No.
Was he significant?
I did a teacher that called it J factor.
Yeah.
Right? Bones represent structure and order. Right? So even though Joseph, because remember, Joseph was the guy who built a structure, a system in Egypt that kept Egypt at a certain standard. All right? Bones represent structure. And to prove that to you, that because when Joseph died, he's supposed to be buried in where his father was buried, in the father tomb.
Yeah.
And that wasn't in Egypt. Okay? So Pharaoh said, no, he's staying here. But when Moses came to take them out of Egypt, Moses said, we're not leaving the bones of Joseph.
Serious?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not leaving the bones of Joseph. So right through the wilderness, when they were going through the Red Sea, everything, and there were men that was assigned to keep the bones of Joseph. It's something else. Oh. All right, so that's the next story by itself. even when Moses died, Joshua moved with the bones of Joseph. It's only when they conquered the land and everything, then Joshua though buried, take up Joseph's bone and buried where his father was buried. All right, and when you go in the New Testament, that is where Jesus, now I know you know the story, when Jesus met the woman at the well.
Yeah.
And he stand up at the tomb. That well there was where Jacob was buried and where Joseph's bone was buried. And he met the woman.
Yeah.
The woman representing the church. She said, Keeshon, no, go like that. It's powerful. It's powerful. The connection, meeting the woman. Yeah. She's a Samaritan woman. All right? A Samaritan is what? A mixture of Jews and Gentiles. So Jesus now ministry start with meeting a mixed of Jews and Gentiles. Who the church now with the Christians that mixed there? We are Gentiles.
Yeah.
Saved by grace through faith. So it's a mixed there. So it's right there. All right, so folks, that was blame Keeshon for that sidetrack. All right, master your skills. All right, master your skills. So I was showing you with that point basically how I had to show them from a biblical perspective that these guys were masters.
Yeah, they were.
All right, but so the challenge now for individuals is to elevate yourself, stretch yourself, be a thinker, be a reader.
Yeah.
All right, don't settle for just for where you are, because as you rightly said, every day is a progressive realization. So every day the goalpost is moving. Every day it's moving. Every day it's moving. You don't stop learning. Learning is an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing stuff. All right. Come on, talk, man. I'm enjoying it. Hey, revelation. Voice of revelation. And this is the morning breakfast view. This is not a revelatory study, right? So let me go back to it. Let me give you now. So you have your gift. Become skillful in your gift. Then you perfect your gift. Then you move it to mastery. All right? Because in the marketplace is value, not virtue. In the church is virtue. And that is something to really speak to believers who think that because they're good, quote unquote, that's it.
Yeah.
Because they're sinning and all that stuff. Yeah. But that is not going to get you by in the marketplace. Yeah. All right. The next point I said, mastery is dominion over competency.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Dominion over competency.
Dominion over competency, all right? And you cannot take dominion in the street or the marketplace until you have taken dominion over skill, because your skill set is what matters initially in the marketplace.
Yeah, sure.
That's let me read it again. Mastery is dominion over competency. It's a challenge. You have to, because sometimes individual may sit and I think what I'm seeing now is like being comfortable.
Yeah, a lot of people actually.
Yeah, comfortable. And I said, it's how you have to challenge people. But how you challenge people is who comfortable. And imagine being broke and comfortable.
That's not a good position.
It's not good. I mean, you literally settle for less. You settle.
Yeah.
All right. You can't make ends meet, but you settle. It's a sign you give up on it.
Yeah, it is a sign you give up.
Yeah, it's a sign that you give
up.
You throw in the towel. All right, but thank God we don't have that on the morning breakfast brew. Nobody giving up here. Awesome. Daniel Joseph. Oh, you see, folks like the revelation. Revelation. All right. Listen to the principles. The principles is moving your gift. Don't stay with your gift. Become skillful and perfect your skills and move to mastery. And mastery is dominion over competency. That's powerful here. You cannot take dominion in the street place until you have taken dominion over your skill set. Okay, so then guess what? Now it put us in that place. Now you have to work on yourself.
Sure.
You have to. So now it confirms what we keep saying. Learn to earn. Learn to earn. And that is your responsibility. All right? And learning now, the things that you have to do is intentional. It's not going to just happen like that. Yeah. Then what are some of the things that you are doing intentionally? What are some of the things that you have structured that you're gonna learn intentionally to begin to develop yourself? All right? So what you want to do, you want to jot down some areas. I know some of you may think we sound like broken record. All right, it's a record, but it's not broken. You have to get it over and over. Yeah. You have to get it. Because until you do certain things in a certain way, it's not going to happen consistently.
Correct.
Doing certain things in a certain way consistently, you're going to get the results.
That statement you just made is actually found in the Science of Getting Rich.
Okay. Because
they said the science of getting rich is simply doing things in a certain way.
Wow.
Full stop. Whether you're conscious of it unconscious of it.
Uh-huh.
The science of getting rich is simply doing things in a certain way.
Wow.
Full stop.
Wow.
Conscious or unconscious. That's the science.
What are you doing in a certain way? What are some of the things that you're doing in a certain way?
Yeah.
You just see it confirmed from Keeshon.
Yeah.
And what is it? Science Again Rich?
Science Again Rich.
Science.
Wallace D. Wattles.
All right.
Just yesterday, me and Ansel was speaking about it because this is one of the books we would have studied along the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And those books don't ever go. That's always. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace
D. Wattles.
Wallace D. Wattles. So get that book, folks, and start. That could be a good book to start reading.
One of the most powerful books, actually.
Yeah. All right. Learn to earn. All right. So your virtue matters in church, but your value matters in the marketplace. Your virtue matters in the church. Not church, we say church. Your virtue matters in the church. But your value matters in the workplace. And not just workplace, but marketplace. Marketplace. Yeah. Because I don't want you to get lucky with that job, all right? All right, you start there and not stay there. But in the marketplace wide. Yeah. Marketplace is a broad field, virtue. All right. So what are some of the things that you're going to do now to raise your value? All right. So I want you to text that there for me, folks. What are some of the things that you're going to do to raise your value? Okay. And remember, you have to do these things intentionally. Correct. Write it down. Don't just keep it here. Just write it down. Go over the list of things that you're going to do. You may come up with 10 and you could start with 3. All right. You can start with 2. You can start with 1. But let's say, okay, I'll do this area. All right. On a consistent basis. And you're going to begin to see the kind of results you want to see. Okay. Because but identify probably 10 areas. Just jot it down as it come to mind. What are some of the things I can do to raise my value? I'm gifted. And that's the difference between you and the person who working next the side of you or the person on the block. All right. Both of you gifted. But how come that person is progressing and you are not? Correct. How come that person is promoted and you are not? Mm-hmm. Those are things you have to. Both of you went to university. Mm-hmm. Right. Both of you have more degrees than a thermometer. Okay. But yet the next person is promoted and you are not. And it's 5 years now, 2 years now. And you're questioning. All right. And you're virtuous. In fact, on lunchtime, you're having prayer meeting in the company. All right. In fact, the prayer meeting on your prayer list. You prayed for the company where you should be promoted. Or you interested for the company. You stand in the gap for the company. But it don't work so, folks. And the reason why I'm saying it don't work so. It don't work so out there in the marketplace. There's a law, there's a system. So then you have to raise your value as a person. Raise your value as a kingdom person. Whatever slash you want to put it there. And unless your value go up, listen to me, that is going to make a difference. They're seeing both of you, but then who is bringing value to the business? When the board sit down together to decide, well, who are we going to keep on, who are we going to bring from the second floor to the fourth floor? Yeah. Right? They go back to that list. Value. Who's adding value? Okay. Who we gonna release from the company? The person that is not adding value to the company. Yeah. Those are the persons we send them home. Why? Okay. So how come Joseph never gets settled? Or Daniel never gets settled? Yeah. When the other kings came on the scene. How come Daniel never gets sent home? It's value. All right. The Bible said, hear what the Bible said. Daniel was different. He was chosen. And those are I'm just sharing some of the principles, and you can add those same things. So don't think it's Bible. And no, you can add those same principles. Yeah. The Bible says Daniel was chosen. He was preferred. He was first. He had an excellent spirit. Yeah. Attitude. Yeah, everything. So it's like this balance. All right. And those guys were thinkers, you know? Yeah. Those guys were readers. Yeah. Those guys were readers. And those of you who know my studies and things, if you go back in Daniel chapter 1, when who was the king? Nebuchadnezzar was the king. Mm-hmm. When he was bringing and we talked about that already, when he was bringing in the Jews, it was selective Jews. It was children of Judah. It was the king's seed. It was the thinkers. He tell his servant, don't bring people, don't. Anytime talking about this, I see this. He said, do not bring people who don't think. bring the mathematicians, bring the readers, bring the thinkers. So Daniel and those guys came out of that group of people.
Yeah.
So you see, we like sometimes folks like to read the Bible from a balloon kind of stuff. No, but these guys had systems. Is you have to look into it. It's structured thing.
Yeah.
Daniel, those guys were scholars. All right, and even when Nebuchadnezzar picked people to come over, wasn't any person.
Yeah.
So you know who Daniel them fall in that class of people who had quality. There was a king seed quality stuff. Yeah. Quality folks. Right? It's different. All right, so you have to, and that's just if you let's look at Daniel. All right, chosen, excellent, preferred. You know, he was different. He was a scholar. Okay, and all those kings, and those were bad kings.
Yeah, that was
ruthless
kings.
No. You see, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is key. Those guys, and he survived. He never compromised.
Never. Yeah.
No, he never compromised. Those guys realized we need this man.
Yeah.
Listen to me, folks. When you begin to raise your value, I'm telling you this, you have to be, they can't do without you.
Correct.
I want to challenge you. I want to challenge those of you who are on. They can't do without you. When you stay home, I mean, the what I call it, the percentage must drop. You go on holidays, they can't call it your value because you raise your value. You raise your value. And that is something nobody can do that for you. You have to do that for yourself. All right? You have to raise your value. And even when you're doing business, you raise your value. Because people will see how you see yourself. The value you put on yourself, that is how people will see the value. Okay? If you put 5, the people will see you as a 5. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you put 4, if you put 100, they will see you as 100. Because now you will begin to conduct yourself as 100. Correct. You will begin to do the things that 100 does. But if you see yourself as a 10, just go through casual. It starts with the perspective. How you see yourself, identity. It starts there. You see what that says. And that's write a book for you. Sometimes value is subjective.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure it makes sense in a given situation, or if you should move to the place where your value. Yes. No, this is good. This is good, guys. Because you might find yourself compromising. You don't want to compromise. Yeah. Because if you go back to Daniel again, Daniel never compromised on it. Correct. Remember, take for chapter 1. Mm-hmm. Daniel went to the guys and said, hear what? Because they had to eat certain thing, they had to do a certain thing. Daniel said, hear what? We're not going to eat that, all right? But here what we will do. Okay, I think for 30 days or something, we will eat beans and all that stuff. Yeah. And those guys will eat that. And let's come and check who looking different. Yeah. Yeah, when they come back, Daniel was looking different. Guess what? The whole meal shift. The whole menu shift to what Daniel eating. All right? So you don't have to compromise. Yeah. It's opportunity now to prove and to show yourself. It's opportunity to elevate. Correct. All right? You don't have to compromise. When you are challenged with situations like that, it's an opportunity now to guess what? To prove yourself. And you will always have opportunities like that to prove yourself. But what happens when the opportunity presents itself? Most people compromise and they give in. Because it's a challenge. Look for it because it's conflict. It's part of problem solving. Yeah. Okay? So when I brought them across, Eshpanal said, listen to me, this is a rule, change your name, change your language, change your meal. They had to do that and they did them that for 3 years. Because it was a process in reprogramming their thinking. Because there were Israelites that would have to think as Babylonians. So they had Babylonian wine, Babylonian meat, Babylonian language, Babylonian food. Yeah. Now those things have meaning, but we're not going to go into that. But they had to change that. Okay? And that was part of the diet. They changed their diet to reprogram them. So they had to think they had to think a certain way. Because we don't want them thinking as like Israelites. Yeah. Because we want to, because the whole thing now is to control them. Yeah, control. Okay? Because when you do the study, Nebuchadnezzar used, if you go back in history, Pharaoh used force.
Yeah.
Right? In Genesis, in the garden, the serpent used concept.
Yeah.
Concept is formatted. We talk about that already, formatted thinking.
Yeah.
To get Eve now to change her mind.
Yeah.
Because he introduced her another concept, because the concept was, don't eat of this tree. They did that, you eat of it, you will surely die.
Yeah.
Okay? So if I want you to change, I could use force, but I could also use concept. I could introduce to you another form of thinking.
Correct.
So now you're thinking, now you're challenging your mind, because you have a way of thinking, of doing something. But when I introduce to you another way, you two clashing. It's called concept. It's a French word. Formatted thinking, to think with form.
Yeah.
Okay? That is what the serpent did in the garden. So Nebuchadnezzar, now with the children of Israel, what he did, he used let me see if I get it. He used concept and ideologies.
Yeah.
He combined the two. Pharaoh used force, because when the new Pharaoh came on the scene, he said these people are multiplying, and we have to deal with them, as they will, in case they connect with our enemies and become a force and want to take over. Mm-hmm. So he put force on them. So he forced them to change. He forced them to bring them in alignment. But it didn't work. Nebuchadnezzar now is not using force, but he's using concept and ideologies. And he did that for 3 years. All right. So I'm saying this because there are going to be times when the opportunity will present itself for you to compromise. Yeah. All right. But you can't compromise. So when that opportunity presents itself now, guess what? Daniel said, here what? This is what we will do. Give us our 30 days, I think they say. Yeah. Right? Where we'll eat beans and water and, the diet. All right? And you all will eat Babylon meat and Babylon wine. And when they came back, they were looking fairer and better. All right? So you don't have to compromise. All right, let me see what some of the folks are saying there. What you are saying is so true. All right, what I'm saying is so true. Kathleen. Vanessa, what Vanessa is saying, right? Invest more time on personally and mentally developing yourself. That's good, Vanessa. Invest more time personally developing yourself with the right information, with the right stuff.
Most important.
All right, I learned that from Keeshon with the right stuff, because I used to say, okay, do this, do that, yeah, but he said with the right stuff, and it makes sense because you could do the wrong stuff. So make sure you're reading the right book. Make sure the association is right. Make sure you're taking the right stuff. Okay, wonderful. I love it. Somebody said I love it. Hey, Nicholas, what's up? All right. So folks, what time? So we run out of time. Yeah.
So let's go.
Yeah. So this is a session I had with some business folks in Suriname. On my the last Saturday was up there. Was really, really awesome. All right, so folks, we coming to the end. Let's share your takeaway. All right, right information is key. Yeah, wonderful. So before you go, we always do it. What is your takeaway this morning? What is your takeaway this morning? I know we have a lot of takeaways, but all right. What is your takeaway? So let me see. That's Vanessa, Nicholas. Share your takeaway. All right, Janice. All right, Stacy. All right, Jandel. What is your takeaway? Let's share your takeaway before we close up. Keeshon, what's your takeaway?
The distinction between value and virtue.
Yeah, it's mind blowing. Yeah. It's a wake up call too. Yeah. I saw leaders like blown away when they hear it.
That's a big distinction.
Yeah. Because folks ask that question.
Yeah.
I'm in church. I'm living good. I mean,
and some people even could go into like mental depression and that kind of thing, trying to judge you.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I'm a good person. I do X, Y, and Z, but I'm not getting promoted. And it's because you're not taking time to possess and understand of how things work in the marketplace.
You see that a lot in Christendom. You see a lot in church because you want to know why God is not blessing me.
Yeah.
I'm virtuous. So there's a lot of stuff with that thing, because remember these things, and we talk about it, these are principles and laws, and it's universal. Some of these laws are universal. So it's not really if you're in church or out of church, if you know God, it work for people outside. Giving, that is a universal law. You understand? So you see people giving generously, and things happening because it's a law that tap into. And folks who probably in church and have all kind of rules why they shouldn't give or this and all kind of stuff. All right. but yet, why the others are progressing. So these are universal law, folks. And why so much for us? Because we are kingdom people. All right. Our God is the king and King of kings. We are kings. We live in a kingdom. All right. And you understand the laws of the kingdom, our kingdom is governed. Our kingdom is governed. So if it's anyone who's supposed to be progressing and prospering, it's supposed to be kingdom people.
Yeah, for sure.
But then you're not seeing it. All right, you're not seeing it. All right. Nicholas say, "Whoa, Keeshon said it." I typed it. That's good. All right, Chanel. Yes, so true. All right, so folks, we about to. I think my takeaway is. Mastery is dominion over competency. Dominion over competency. All right, so folks, we're about to bring it in here. We want to thank everyone for coming in. Let me see what coming in here. All right, Jandel, very enriching and for excellence is what matters. That's right, the spirit of excellence and all these things. Remember, God wants us to represent Him, not misrepresent God. He's a God of excellence. Remember when the Queen of Sheba came down to meet Solomon? No. Yeah, she said when she came down, she said when she saw all the splendor and all the structure, how everything is, she said half has not been told. Because she heard about him, decided to go down to see him. She's from Ethiopia. And when she came and she saw the spread, the structure and everything, she said that half has not been told. All right, a spirit of excellence. God wants us to operate there. And Solomon had what? Wisdom. All right, so folks, blessings, shalom. We are back on. We're going to be back on Wednesday. All right. Before you leave, make sure and share it with someone. Tag someone. Let them know. Sure. Morning Breakfast is back. All right. And leave your takeaway. Leave your takeaway for this morning. But really, really important. All right. My takeaway. Somebody say, all right, takeaway. Is there a distinction between value? All right. Yeah, distinction between value and virtue. That is important. All right. The use of concept and ideology versus force. All right, wonderful. All right, yes. All right. Okay, so folks, we out. Blessings. Remember, I always say stay blessed and don't ever be stressed. Morning breakfast, bro. Share the live before you leave. Tag someone. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the page. But share it on your Facebook or your Instagram. Tag somebody. Let them know what's happening. Powerful information here. All right.